First we had, you don't even know what the RTC is probably, which is pretty scary, right? So Rich knows. So this is nothing. I mean, I guess everyone understand what's going on right now relative to the other major economic issues we have had in our lifetime, in my lifetime. What's going on right now is a blip, a pimple on the cycles that we've seen going forward. But even with that said, there still is unfortunately that terrible word called uncertainty. There's uncertainty of what's going on because one media says this, one media says that, read this, we read that, my business advisor says this, the network says that, TikTok says this, right? So we have all this uncertainty going on over a thing called tariffs, which in my personal opinion, we're just playing a negotiation game against other countries. That's my personal opinion. And I have confidence that everything will be worked out in 3 months. I may be delusional, but that's what I truly feel. But the uncertainty is there, and that, right, you're right, David. The uncertainty impacts the decision making because I'm just not certain what to do, right? But indecision is a horrible point. It is. Uncertainty creates indecision. Indecision creates paralysis. Therefore, you're stuck. And we don't want anyone to be stuck. That's a terrible situation. So it boils down to this. Look, when you are, just like when the pandemic hit, if some of you were on this call was originated because the pandemic hit, and my coach said, you need to talk to your people every week and help them through the situation. And so and we're doing that now for 5 years. So this is nothing more than decision structure. It's all this is. When you have uncertainty, you just need to figure out what the variables are to make a decision. That's it. So you have some ways you could do that, right? Number one way, I love one way. It's I think we talked about this before. It's the Martell model, Dan Martell. I love how he does it. When someone comes to me and says, Rod, we have an issue, I say, okay, go tell me what we need to do about it, right? Don't come to me for the answer. Never come to me for the answer, my team. You go figure it out. What you want you to do is go figure out the three most likely things we need to do, and then come back to me with the one you think is the best. And by the time they do that, they realize, I got the answer. I don't need you, Rod. And that's simple. So we take that same structure, any decision structure, right? When people say, I don't know, I'm on hold, I'm on the sidelines, I'm uncertain, what are you doing about it? Because just like when someone tells me, Rod, your coaching's expensive, I know exactly what I'm going to say. I know exactly what I'm going to say. You need to know exactly what you're going to say when your prospects say, I'm waiting to see what happens. That you just expect all that. You have to expect these things are going to be said by your prospects. If your response is, yeah, you're right, I'll call you in 6 months, you're not an authority. You're a commodity broker. That's what commodity brokers do. You finally get someone on the phone, you're the advisor, they're looking for some guidance. You have to provide it. Now, look, if you have stats right now to back it up, it's funny you said that. In 2020, we had situations like this, and this is what happened. Or in 2080, in 1995, we had this situation, and this happened. If you have those stats, now you're the authority. You're giving more clarity to where they are. So as I preach and preach and preach, are you acting as an authority right now and an advisor in this uncertainty? Or are you acting as a commodity broker saying, yeah, you're right, I'll call you later? What role are you taking right now? I know what role we're preaching for all of you is be the authority. So figure out how you can give your clients more certainty and more clarity, even if they don't transact. That's not the issue right now. Do they look at you as the authority to say, when I do transact, I'm going to use Jay or Aviva or Scott or Jeff, right? Or Alex. I'm going to use you.